Hello students, welcome back. Class 12. Today I am discussing our CBSE sample paper. Okay, last time I have discussed part A, section 1 and 2. Today I am continuing part B portion. Okay, so because part B have 3 sections, or this is our descriptive part. Okay, so we will write answers. Okay, so there is no for MCQ options or true false type questions. Here we can write a complete command because this is our descriptive part. So part B, so you can see this type of question you will face in the examination. This is a sample pattern. So consider a given series M1. You can see this is our M1 series. In M1 series, index is term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, and marks is 45, 65, 24, 89. So what is our question? Write a program to Python pandas to create the series. Okay, I want to store this data in a panda series. Okay, this is our user defined index. By default index 0, 1, 2, 3 we know very well, but here index is user defined index. So you can see this is our answer. First we write import pandas as pd. Okay, this thing is very important in our answer, and because here name is m1, so here we can use m1 is equal to pd dot series. Okay, this is our function, and our marks value is 45, 65. So you can see here I am using 45, 65, 24, 89. Okay, and our index you can see term 1, term 2, term 3. So you can see term 1, comma term 2, and term 3 and term 4. Okay, so you can see. So this is our series data. Okay, so and this is our m1, our data. So this is not a data frame, this is a series means it hold only single row. Okay, and this is our index. Okay, so index, this is our user defined index. So this answer we will write in our examination, and you can see half marks for import, half marks for series. Okay, so marks here already divided. Okay, so you can see. Now next question is, state any two difference between single row functions and multiple row functions. Or we can say write what is the difference between order by and group by clues, and when you use along with select statement, explain with an example. So this is very simple. Difference between single row and multiple row function. Single row function work on only single row, whereas multiple row function with grouping rows. Single row function return only one output per row, whereas multiple row function return only one output for a specified group of row. So we can say it belongs to a multiple row belongs to a group. Or we can say our question, what is the difference between order by and group by. So you can say order by we know very well, order by only for ascending and descending order. So order by clues is used. This answer will belong to our SQL. Okay, so to show the content of table relation in a shorted manner with respect to a column mentioned after the order by clues, the content of the column can be arranged in ascending or descending order. So order by we already know, by default always ascending order, and for descending we must use order by DESC. Okay, now here one thing also, the group by clues is used to group rows in a given column and then apply aggregate function. Okay, we can use sum, max, mean, count, average, and on entire group. So you can see. So we can theoretical, this is our question, so we can use. Okay students, and next question is rounded. Okay, so consider the decimal number x value 8459.2654. Write command in SQL, round off it whole number. Okay, so I want 8460. I want to round it whole. So simply we can write select round 8459.2654. so by default it will round completely, it will round. Okay, so we can write this thing. Okay, so by default it will round our data. Okay, now here next question is round it to here we question is write SQL command. Okay, so we will write the SQL command, not output. So you can understand the question nature. So write the SQL command. Here round it to two decimal, two places before the decimal. Okay, here new thing is we mostly we will round off after decimal point. Mostly we have done our rounded operation after decimal point. Okay, but here new thing is before decimal point. So you can see before decimal point value is 8459. Again I am saying before decimal point value is 8459. So before you want to round it two places before. So here for always before we must use minus sign. Okay, you keep in mind here minus symbol show before decimal point data will round off, not after. After you want to, if you want to round after, so we can use only +2, okay, +3. So positive show after decimal point round off, but negative sign will show before decimal point round off. Okay, so this thing is, so 8460 we will see in our output. Okay, so here this thing is important. Before decimal point we can also round off our data. It is possible. This is completely new thing for you. So when you use minus, so it will always round off before decimal. Okay, so this command you will write in the examination. Okay, now next thing is consider the following series object. Here SAMT, write the command which will display the name of furniture having rent greater than 250. Okay, so here our series column name is S amount. Okay, so all the values greater than 250 first we select. Okay, so here I am using, because this column name, because this is our series. Okay, so our series name is by default we can understand S_AMT. This is our series. Okay, and here I want to select, so in square bracket here I am mentioning condition S_amount greater than 250. so here inside create a list of data. You can think 350 and 800, two data will come in the square bracket, and this data will select. Okay, this data will select only 350 and 800. It will select, because here it will give multiple two values. This condition will give two things, 350 and 800 inside, and this data will select and display. Okay, and I want to also write a command to name the series as furniture. Okay, so here I want to also change the name. Okay, here last name is S_AMT, but here I want to change the name of, also rename. Okay, rename this series. So here I am using S_AMT dot name. Okay, so here furniture. So new name is this series is furniture. Old name is S_AMT. So here some new thing you can see here. Condition based we can search our data, not index based. Okay, so we can also use inside. It will give multiple values and multiple data we will see. And also I want to rename this series. So here I am using n_dot_name. So this thing you keep in mind, because this is a new thing. Okay, so this type basic thing we know, keep in mind. So here this sample paper is important to study. Okay, so okay, so here two commands we have. SQL command question. Okay, so Anjali writes the following command with respect to a table employee having field employee number, name, department and commission. Okay, in first command you can see select, count and star for employee. So this command, because here I am writing count in bracket star, so it will count all the rows including null or including not null. So this command always give the total number of row in a given table, okay, including null and not null both. But in command 2 select count commission from employee, so it will count only not null values. Okay, it will count only not null values, it will select only not null values. Okay, only commission amount will count. Okay, null data will not count. So this thing is important. So you can see this is because the column commission contain is null. If a commission column contain null, so value and aggregate function do not take into account null values. So command return the total number of rows in table. Okay, so this will give the total rows complete, okay, including null and not null both. And command 2 return the total number of not null values. Okay, only commission amount it will count. Okay, so NULL data will not count in this command 2. So this thing is thin line difference, you keep in mind. Okay students, so here some program. Create the following SQL string preoccupied. Write command to display. I want to display only occupied and cup data. So this is our string and I want to display only occupied and cup. So we have several ways. We can use substr function occupied, and here I am mentioning comma 4. Okay, so in 1 2 3 4, so in fourth position and remaining all data will come, so you will get occupied data. Another thing is we can use substring function. Okay, our actual and our, we can mention our position. In fourth position here index start with 1 position. Okay, this is important, by default 1 position. So in fourth position occupied and remaining all it will cover. We can also use mid function. Okay, mid function we can also use in fourth position. We can also use right function from behind, from back portion we can count occupied. So we have several ways to use this thing. Suppose you want to display cup, so we can use preoccupied. So here cup, so 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6 in 6 position, and total in 6 position total 3 letter I want. So here I am using 6,3, so it will give cup. Okay, we can use substring or we can also use mid function. So in 6th position first we reach, and then we, how many letters in on the 6th position? 3 letters, so it will give cup. So this command, MySQL command, we will write in the exam. Okay, so you think, keep in mind. And another thing is, in OR part, consider the same string preoccupied. Write SQL command to display the position of the cup in the string. So what is the position of cup? So here we can use instr function. Okay, in a bracket we can write preoccupied and cup. Okay, so it will display the position of our cup. So cup here is 6th position, it will start. Okay, and starting first 4 letter I want to display. So we, for this purpose we can use left function. So left function starting preo, it will display according to this. So this command, and we can use left function, and starting 4 letter it will select. So this type of question it will ask in the examination. So we will prepare for this. Okay, this type of question will ask. Okay, so you can understand. Now next thing is you can see Okay, this is very simple. This is our data frame. I want to include a new column and I want to include a new row at the bottom. So this type of question. So simply, so consider the following data frame, class frame. Okay, so you can see here str1, str2, str3, str4. This is our index. Okay, you can consider a roll number, name, class. You can see. So what is the question? Question is add a new column activity. Okay, I want to include a new column activity to the data frame class frame, and I want to add a new row. So simply you can use data frame name is class frame, and simply we can use just like a select a column activity, and all the values you can see activity in the activity here, because here we can imagine swimming, dancing, cricket and singing. Okay, we can imagine and we can write. So this will include a new column in class frame, and I want to also include a new row with regarding test data 5, Mridul, X, F, 9.8 and science. So we can use class frame dot lock. Class frame dot lock, in square bracket we can write str5, or in is equal to we can write okay this 5 here 5 Mridula, X, F, 9.8 and science. So for we can also use append method. Okay, we can also use we have another solution. We can also use append method for this, and we can also use lock to include a new row in existing data frame. So we have both options. We can also use append or to include a new column. So this type of question also important, how to include a new row and how to add a new row in existing data frame. So you should keep in mind. Okay, here example will be very beneficial. Okay students, now next thing is here we can write the full form of this networking. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, POP, point to point protocol, or we can say post office protocol. We can also see post office protocol, we can also see point to point protocol. Okay, FTP we can say file transfer protocol, and VoIP voice over internet protocol. So here POP have two meaning, point to point or and post office protocol. So SMTP and POP protocol is responsible for, this is a rules which is responsible for carrying email data. Okay, so the full form you keep in mind. Now next question is write any two health hazards related to excessive use of technology. Okay, so this question you will write on your knowledge basis. Okay, so because I think this is a 2 marks question, so you will write your own on thoughts you can write, but here some standard points you can see. The continuous use of device like smartphone, computers, desktop, laptop, headphones, etc. cause a lot of health hazards if it not addressed. These are impact on bones and joints. Okay, wrong posture or long hour of sitting is an uncomfortable position can cause muscle or bone injury. Second, impact of on hearing, using headphones or earphone for a prolonged time on a high volume can cause hearing problem and in some cause hearing impairments. The third thing we can consider, impact on eyes. So this is the most common form of health hazard, as prolonged hour of screen time can lead to extreme strain in the eyes. The last point you will consider, sleeping problem. In sleep problem you can think a bright light from computer device block a hormone called melatonin which helps us sleep. Thus we can experience sleep disorders leading to a short sleep cycles. So these are the thing you should keep in mind. The excessive use of technology will harm our bodies and affect our body functionality. Okay, so this is very simple and basic question. So some question you will write according to your day-to-day life knowledge basis, day-to-day experience basis. So there is no need here. Examiner will check your IQ. Okay, so Now next question is, Priyanka is using her internet connection to book a flight ticket. This is the classic example of leaving a trail of web activity carried out by her. What do you call this type of activity, and what is the risk involved such kind of activity? Okay, so here anything you will use, anything you can perform any activity on the internet, so we can say this is a digital footprints. This include, you can see it include the website we visit, email we send, any information we submit online, and along with computer IP address, location, other device specific such data could be used by targeted advertisement. Okay, and company will use this data and for our marketing person, and they will send an email. Okay, in next time on our email, so we can say misused and exploited. Okay, because the intention was not pure every time. So this thing, so we can think here trails word leaving a trail. Okay, leaving a trail, so this word tell me the automatic answer, so we can think this is belongs to digital footprint, leaving a trail. Okay, so most exactly answer we can write. Okay students, here the next thing is, consider the two objects x and y. X is a list, y is a series. Both have values 40, 20, 40, 19, 110. Okay, so you can see here two Python concept, list and series. Okay, because series our advanced concept and list is a lower version. Okay, in list we cannot perform arithmetic operation, but in series we can perform arithmetic operation also. So here you can consider what will be the output of the following two statements, considering that the above object have been created already. X multiply 2, so x is 2, 40, 90 and 110. Okay, but here multiply 2, so here we can think this is not a arithmetic operation, it is a replicating operation, which we already discussed in 11th class. So very thin line thing you keep in mind. So it will repeat the same lead two times, 20, 40, 90, 110, and same part again repeat. Okay, but in list there is no arithmetic operation. Okay, this is only replicating the list. But here y is a series, so it will multiply each value by 2. Okay, so here output is 40 multiplied by 2, 40, 80, 180 and 220. Okay, so very thin line difference, because series is a advanced data structure of Python, pandas, and x is a simple list. Okay, so here you can remember the base of the x have list nature and y have series nature. So you can see here list replicating the data and series multiply by 2. Okay, so this question is most important. So justification is in the first statement x represent a list. So when a list multiply number, it replicate the many number of times. The second y series we already discussed, in multiply a value, each element of the series multiply by the number. Okay students, now next thing is what do you mean by identity theft? Explain with the help of an example. Okay, this is very simple chapter and a very interesting chapter. Identity theft is the crime of obtaining the personal or financial information of another person for a sole purpose of assuming that person name or identity to make transaction or use it to post inappropriate remarks, comment, etc. Okay, so you can see identity theft. Okay, example you can consider, suppose Alex likes to do his homework late at night. He uses the internet a lot of and also send useful data through email to many of his friends. One day he forget to sign out from his email account. So in the morning he his twin brother Flex started using the computer, and he used Flex email account to send inappropriate message to his contact. So this kind of thing you can write, or any other relevant example. There are lot of numbers of example we can use here. Next, in our what do you understand by net etiquette? Explain any two etiquette. So net etiquette we know very well, to behave in a good manner on the internet. So net etiquette refers to the proper manners and behavior we need to exhibit while being online. Okay, so this thing includes no copyright violation. Okay, we should not use copyright material without the permission of creator or owner. We should give proper credit to owners, creator of open source content when you using them. Okay students, so you keep in mind. Another thing you can write: avoid cyberbullying. Avoid any insulting, degrading or intimidating online behavior like repeated posing of number, giving threat, online posting the victim personal information, or comment aimed to publicity ridicule a victim. Okay students, thank you so much.